We have Cosmo over here. Admiring the disfavored sigil? I know a thing or two about that. Now there must be a way of talking to her about that. Is there a force talk button? Not seeing one if there is. No. Oh wait, what's that? Chat log. Nope, that's not it. Not seeing it. What are you doing? You want to draw attention to me. Alright. Oh, we can loot you. Oh, that was armor. Hello. I did not mean to put them in there. Oh, what's that? Head wrap. Oh, that's what What's-Her-Face might be able to use. Also, bent bronze dagger. Honor guard, bronze falx. Oh, that's the two-handed sword. Yeah, we don't need that. This can go in there. That can go in there. Accuracy +1, deflection 1% does not reduce attack speed. There we go. Attack wrap, done. This increases armor. Oh, the Fatebinder tune-on boots increases your disengagement defense. That means you can jump away from a fight more easily. I might well want to give those to her. Armor 0.5%, so these greaves have got better armor. Recovery is actually the same, so we're going to wear that. We might well give you those. Disengagement +2, recovery +0.2. Recovery +0.5. No, we want you attacking quickly. You're clearly a rogue type character.
Got it. On it.
Mocking Blair. Pelux Tyrell, clearly one of the Vendrian guards. Gods. Aren't you the guys that I brought into power, or I left behind? I don't know. Pelux Tyrell, stow your weapons. We'll find out how long a man screams before hitting the ravine down below. Cornered between a precipitous drop and a band of angry soldiers, the Oathbreaker warrior holds a disfavored officer at knife point. Okay, so he's Oathbreaker. In honour of the Vendrian Guard reneging on the surrender of 429, soldiers in both disfavored and Kyros now refer to these tiersmen as Oathbreakers. It is perhaps one of the few points of agreement between the disfavored and Scarlet Chorus. Okay. Skewer him, worry not for me. Graven Ash will protect. The disfavored officer winces, blood seeping from the seams of his bracelets and cuirass. You heard the man. He plainly invited you to use that little blade of yours. What are you waiting for? Permission from your pimp? This blade! With a jerk of the knife, he slices a clump of Drastus' matted hair. If you're so eager to see your ally dead, just step closer. Release the prisoner and you might know the inside of a cell. That's unlikely to sway him. Lower your weapon, then charge forwards and wrest the knife from him. We have to attack. We have to help Drastus, or you heard Drastus, let him die. We have good athletics, so I'm going to lower the weapon and charge forwards and wrest the knife from him. The Oathbreaker cracks a wide smile as he lowers the weapon. That's right. Now the rest of you, drop those weapons. With his attention on the other warriors, you dash forwards. He catches out with his dagger to slay Drastus, but your hand is already on his wrist. With a wrenching twist, you mangle his hand, dropping the dagger harmlessly to the ground. The disfavored warriors rush forwards from either side of you. Tyrell barely manages a sustained gasp before being hacked and impaled upon their swords and spears. Kyros be praised! That Oathbreaker fought with the rage of Cairn himself. Drastus slides his trembling hand across the cut of his neck. Thank you, Fatebinder. I thought today was my last. From the look of it, guess they thought they swarmed to the pass. Maybe one might make it out. We found a few scraps of parchment on the bodies. Drastus holds out a handful of crumpled parchment for your inspection. A student of letters such as yourself should be able to make sense of this. Well, that training in Graven Ash didn't teach you to read. Now I'm going to examine the parchment. I am, after all, a high lore character, so reading and information is definitely my forte. Repeating the same messages in two different written scripts, the parchment explains the Vendrian Guard's desire to overthrow Kyros' Archons and rout their enemies from the tiers. The pages aren't addressed to any specific reader, but rather openly invites all who remain loyal to the younger realms to gather at Vendrian's well. Recruitment material. They were trying to bring more traitors to the fight. Well, from the look of it, we kept them from slipping out the valley. Whatever they hoped to accomplish, I think their plan died here. The Archons are expecting you. When you're ready, leave by the gate to the southeast and follow the trails down slope for a few hours. You'll see the campfires leagues away. Can't miss it. Welcome to Ruin. Defeat the remaining rebels in camp. So we've done that. We can go and loot what's his face. Yoink. Ooh, he's got a ring. And the Falks as well. What's the rig? Come on. Oh, that's a lot of healing potions. Alright, we'll need to divvy those out. Sigil of Distant Impact Expression. This scroll contains a magical expression which can be used in spells that affect targets at a distance. Okay, so food is like potions which last a while. Lesser Sigil of Reaching Grasp. Skull contains an ancient accent which slightly increases the range of spells. Haste. +1 quickness. No matter how fast they move, these bangles never make a sound. Actually, that sounds awesome for me, so I can actually do stuff faster despite my heavy armor. In fact, I should probably be wearing medium armor. I'll be like a frontline caster. We'll get to that. Once we have some more characters to flesh out the party, so we actually have a proper tank, then I can probably do that. You could clearly do with some more of those. So can I. Bronze sword does more damage, does more armor penetration. She might be able to use it though. You were using Red Rivers. 8 to 11 damage, minor parrying, minor accuracy, Gut Seeker. What does Eradication do? Eradicating foe hit charges low health enemies with energy, triggering violent explosions and death. I think that's more of a gimmicky weapon, which, yeah. Verse. Law 20 does not have enough. Oh no, not law. Not you. Me! Scroll contains magical expression which used in spells affects targets at a distance. Learn it. You've discovered a new sigil. Magic in the world of Tyranny comes from learning how to perfectly scribe sigils and empower them with energy. Open the spell interface by pressing P to create a new spell with the sigil you just learned. And this one as well, I guess. Oops. Ah! Stay there. There we go. Magical accent which slightly increases the range of a spell. Law 35. And P. Aha! Spell creation. Spells are created using 2 or more sigils. The core sigil determines the type of magic, such as fire, frost, or illusion. The expression sigil determines how that core spell shapes itself in the world, such as a ball of fire or a frost enchanting a weapon. There are several categories of sigils that can accent the spell, granting it greater range, accuracy, or providing bonus secondary effects. To begin creating a spell, select the core sigil, followed by the expression to determine the form the spell will take. For example, if you wanted to create a fireball, you would select Sigil of Flame as the core, followed by the directed force to determine the shape. Spells have different names based on the selected core and expression. Each sigil requires a certain amount of lore. Characters must have a high lore skill, at least equal to the spell's total difficulty in order to cast the spell. Right, so I'll be able to cast some really powerful spells because my lore skill is really good. It's 44. Once you've created a spell, use the assign button to add the spell to one of the active party members. You can assign a spell to more than one character. If you want to modify a spell later after you discover more sigils, select the spell from the party member you wish to modify. You can customize your spells by selecting different icons. If you create multiple spells using the same core and expression but with different accents, these icons can help you differentiate. Each spell has a default name, but you can customize it. Some accent sigils allow you to modify the area or range of your spells. When you use these sigils, the casting UI will display the increased range as a second mod to expand area beyond the base area of the spell. Cool. Alright, so my cores are Sigil of Lightning, Channel energy through the sigil of lightning. Personal sigil of the Archon of Storms. Governor of the Blasted Reach district of Kyros' empire. If you are able to unlock the full potential of the sigil, as the summoned lightning is hard to control. Expression is focused intent, used to create spells that affect single targets near the caster. Used to create distant spells that affect distant targets. We're going to go with the near, which is much the same as we have right now. Then we have a couple of different accents, which is just range. So we can actually make one which is a longer range. Oh, in that case, what we can do is use the core, oops, and then make the ranged sigil, so distant impact, plus distance. So the range is now 10 meters instead of, what was it, 5? 8. So it adds 2 meters range. And it requires 40 lore, which I can cast. Cooldown is 35 seconds, damage 12 to 22 shock, which is more damage than Charged Fist. So I might want to modify that one. And it stuns them for a second. Requires Control Lightning 33 and Lore 44. Sweet. Same amount of damage. I can increase the range to 4 meters. Same amount of damage. Does that increase the cooldown? No, so I might as well just keep the range a bit longer. Harder to cast, but I can still do it. It's fine. Cool. Plus 2 lore, plus 8 lore. Cool. Right, can we talk to some of these people? Because this is a very talky game. We will teach these Oathbreakers a lesson. Glory to the north.
Right.
Fatespinner. Aurora salutes you as you approach. We are honoured by your presence. Need something? What's the situation here in Vendrian's Well? The Oathbreakers have a citadel at the heart of the valley, the one built around the base of the spire. Aurora points east towards the tower in the distance. The Matani River has been our largest headache during the siege. It's unsafe for our armoured troops to ford, save for at key locations. The enemy knows these as well as we do. I know we're a lot further along if the Scarlet Chorus had used its alleged strength in numbers to ford the river themselves and overwhelm the enemy. Aurora looks over at Verse with a disapproving air. As it is, we must take the valley slowly and advance the disfavoured bulwark, since it's where the real work gets done. Because all it takes is numbers to cross a river under a hail of arrows. If the disfavoured were quicker to act, maybe the Vendrian Guard wouldn't be so trained up to face us. Aurora's correct. The slow advance will win out. If either of us is correct, this campaign would be over, and I wouldn't be here. I'm going to go with the snappy high lore. A fair point. The Legion is eager to gain some perspective on our quarrels. Consequently, I retract my previous remark. Really? Because I don't. Next time you say something, try to mean it. How long have you been in with the disfavoured? 7 years. She pauses to count on her fingers. 2 seasons. May have a handful of days. I was trained at Fort Resolution a bit before the conquest. Compared to the commanders you find around the camp station to the Iron Hearth, that makes me one of the young bloods. This has been a long and grueling campaign, but the end is in sight. We'll have the Oathbreakers back under control. Then we rest, retrain, and even cycle our troops so we can see our families again. Can you tell me the Vendrian Guard? They're the last gasp of the younger realms. Amongst them are warriors that escaped the bastard city siege, a few refugees from other victories, and a bunch of Vendrian locals with delusions of independence. These southern wastrels cannot match our iron, nor the chorus's numbers. What Terrace gave them was the nerve to rise up and ask for a second helping of the battle, as anyone's guessed. What, on Terrace? Okay, so we're on Terrace, sorry. See anything interesting during the war? I once saw a forge-bound artisan set himself on fire. Occupational hazard. That was an unpleasant day. The first of many, to be honest. I wasn't there to watch you proclaim the Edict of Storms, but I saw the devastation hit Stalwart and take up several cohorts of disfavoured with it. She squeezes her eyes shut, shakes her head. Carry on. She taps her gauntlet into the breastplate and salute. Have a pleasant siege, Fatebinder.
On it.
Ooh, there's a chest down there with stuff that we can nick. We'll do that.
Sorry, I can't. Sorry, I can't.
Requires 39
Can't do
subterfuge.
that.
You're telling me that Verse doesn't have 39 subterfuge?
No dice.
I can't even get up there. Hold on. Where are you trying to go? No, what's that does work? Oh, it's a thing that you have to do to get up there. Right, gotcha.
Yes.
Crescent Runner. Glory to the Graven Ash. Glory to Kyros. Aha, here's the dude who was trying to hide. Let's have a word. The prisoner says his name is Tarkus Damos. Drastus lets out a long sigh, tapped his gauntleted fingers to his temple. Then I don't think this is a complicated matter. He dies. His family's been driving force in the Vendrian Guard. Killing him should demoralize what's left of the Tarkus clan. All must be given a chance to find absolution within the surface of the Sarvis Chorus. The mage points a finger at the disfavoured officer. You know full well this has always been our way. He has a chance to be a slave or a soldier. Only then do we feed him to the pigs. We'd let you take prisoners, but you can't control them. You send these conscripts out on patrol and they never return. Defecting all over again. I can't let this nonsense strategy continue. Well, I insist this Oathbreaker be taken to the Voices of Nerat, leaving us in an impasse. Fortunately, we have a Fatebinder here to settle the matter for us. The Chanter towards you, an expectant smile creeping across her face. So, what say you? What should become of this prisoner? Well, we have been pretty consistent about letting them try and join. So the chorus should be allowed its chance to recruit new warriors, especially as this guy was trying to hide. He wasn't actively engaging us in conflict. This is the sort of nonsense that got us in the mess we're in now. If we keep on showing these Mongols mercy, it'll just bite us time and time again. If you'll calm your nerves, I assure you this one isn't going to be put on the battlefield. The mage snaps her fingers loudly, gesturing for her gang to listen. Make sure the prisoner is taken straight to the Voices of Nerat. I won't keep you any longer, Fatebinder. I know you have important business in the valley. Drastus salutes you, his iron gauntlet rapping against his breastplate. For the glory of Kyros! You have my thanks, Fatebinder. I must attend to the rest of my soldiers. We sing the Anthem of Pain. Cosmo. Did we speak to Cosmo? I don't think we did. What's up, dude? Do that. Do that. Fatebinder, what an honour to have one of Tunan's court visit our humble holdfast. New supplies? Bursting with energy, the merchant slams her palm against the top of crate. If so, you've come to the right place. So, what will it be today? She spreads out a welcoming arm over her wares. How's trade? Well, this service posting. No profit up here in the past. That's Harkiand Bronze's orders. But when we march out of the valley, I'm back to my own schedule. Here's to hoping the year's a good one. The Overlord forbids the extortion of the pathways. Good thing, too. Cause in years past, I'd lose most of my profits to tolls. Couldn't turn a copper if I tried to haul long distance. I trust you've been granted proper stewardship over the goods you are peddling. Well, you see, Fatebinder. The merchant cranes her head from side to side, scratching her neck. I think so. I've been handed these bits of scripts. She reaches across the stack of provisions to snatch a scroll case. But I'm not a woman of letters. Numbers are my strength, as you can imagine. Let me see those. Certainly, Gate Fatebinder. She hands you the scroll case while wearing a quizzical expression. A cursory read indicates the merchant is granted the unlimited right to trade in logistical capacity. When not supporting an active battle, she has the right to trade grain, copper, and olives anywhere in the tiers. Yeah, you're not trading grain, copper, or olives, are you? Where'd you get these? Harkiman Bronze acquired these on my behalf from Archon Tunan's agent, I believe. Her expression shows deep concern. Do you see any issue? Looks like we might have a slight problem here. A problem? But how can that be? I paid a span's profit for the stewardship. What sort of problem is there? You have the right to train as part of the active war efforts. Currently, it would seem our armies are unable or unwilling to fight. See the problem? Oh. Forgive me. Fatebinder humour. Everything's fine. You what? A moment of shock blanches her face before a smile creeps over. For fuck's sake, I thought I was in serious trouble. She shakes her head, laughing to herself. You've been around the chorus too long. Seems our sense of humour is rubbing off on our sense of justice. Yeah, I didn't actually mean to go with that particular route, I'm sorry. I need to read these things closer. Unlimited right to trade in logistical capacity. We're not supporting an active battle. It's not an active battle, but this is a battle zone, therefore I would say that you're allowed to trade. Let's see what you have. So you have a short bow, great sword, war mace, Lesser Staff of Atrophy. Right, do we have anything which is close combat, one-handed magic weapon? Ooh, and camping supplies, those are useful. These... Oh no, I don't want to buy it. Hold up. Two-handed. Are these all going to be freaking two-handeds? God damn it. Actually, it doesn't matter, because I can switch between weapon slots seemingly without a cooldown. So Lesser Staff of Storm's Heart, which costs 60 copper rings. 14 to 15 shock. How much damage do I actually do? 14 to 15 shock. It's exactly the same. Lesser Staff of Titans. Crushing damage. Two-handed. Range 8 meters. Oh, Control Vigor. Yeah, we're not Control Vigor. So we already have the best weapon that we can use. We could get some more sigils, though. We already have lightning. Limitless Boundaries controls magical accent which slightly increases the area of a spell's effects. Slightly increases the duration of a spell. I'm going to assume we don't have this much cash. What are those? Oh, camping supplies. No, we have just 61 of those, so we could buy some more camping supplies. We still have 4 of them, though. So I think we're fine. We're not going to buy any of those. And that's everything. We could, however, sell some of our junk. We'll keep that. Oh, this is... Really? This is worth 6? Oh wow, Sun Soldier's javelins are worth a lot of money. Why don't you use javelins? And the Falxes are worth a lot. But I don't use two-handed weapons, so yeah, we'll trade it. Right, now we have 7... Oh, those are copper, those are bronze, those are silver. No, those are iron. Okay, apparently they have no concept of precious items. So now we could buy these. And I'm tempted to go for the Limitless Boundaries because I think that's an area of effect ability, like a point-blank area of effect. Which I would quite like. Because I want point-blank spells. So we're going to the P. We select core, which is going to be lightning. The expression, which is going to be... Wait, I need to read it first. Oh, damn it. 35 lore. We'll learn it. She gains 2 lore. We gain nothing. It's the Iron Age. They just got over bronze weapons and iron is super rare. Still, gold and silver. We need the underpinnings of a proper gold or silver standard economy. Also why Kyros is so powerful is armies use iron. Ah, interesting. Single targets near the caster, distant targets. So near the caster, we can't use... can only use the range sigil. Whoops. I meant to do lightning plus expression. No, plus this. It needs an expression, and this can't be used with that. Okay. I understand.
I got it.
Alright, so apparently there's a way up here, if we use this thingy. One other thing I should probably do is save the game, seeing as I haven't actually done that yet. Let's see if we can jump up. Climb the rope. You see an old, broken section of the wall. There's a rope hanging down that has recently been used to scale it. I don't have 35 athletics. She might.
Spotted something.
Ooh. Hello. What's that? Potion of invisibility. Oh, she's getting that. Let's climb down again. Yeah, I could guess. Can't beat people to death with gold? Yeah, you can.
Sorry,
I misread what you were saying.
Can't do that.
Yeah, we have to go all the way around. Alright, scroll speed needs to be higher. Because that's just absurd. Better, but needs to be more. There we go, that's better. Horde. His name is Horde. Interesting. Alright, let's have a word with Horde. What up? I can't wait to run a spit through those rebel dogs. Hail, Kyros. We're going to have a run along here, see what we can see. Oh, the minimap is down here and it actually has everything on it. So we can speak to Drastus, Aurora. The monument had we gone left instead of right, which we didn't. We should probably actually go and have a look. I mean, you will find one thing, and that is that I like to explore everything. I will actually go like zigzagging to make sure I don't miss any black terrain. So I'm sorry if that's a little bit tedious, but that's what I do. Alright, this one is only 30. Is that saying how much athletics it costs? Alright, let's have a look. I have got 41... Wait. Oh, I actually have a lot more athletics than she does. Interesting. Mine is 41, hers is 38. And this is saying it was 30. Yeah, we should be able to climb that quite easily. Right, you. Verse, can you open this? 39 subterfuge. Toggle stealth. Okay, so you can't do that individually.
You didn't see nothing.
That's good. What's your subterfuge? 35. Bugger. So we need to train up her subterfuge, so we need her stealthing more often. Use the holes in the wall to climb down. Disappointed!
I got it. On the lookout.
She moves slowly. Right, let's... Oops. Oh, you have to hold it down. Go up here. And is there a double time? It's not space. It's not control.
On the lookout.
It's not that. F? Nope, that's formation. It's not last add Q. Nope, that's zoom. Is there a speed up time? Because there is in Pillars of Eternity. Stealth toggle, yeah. Cancel action is X. Interesting. Select party members. Highlight, that's tab. Yeah, I've been using that all the time. Restore speed. Oh, okay. Accelerates game speed. What's that? Ah, okay. Who's that? Oh, that's him. Told you I'd pull through, didn't I? Graven Ash protects. Good stuff. Oh, we never looted you. Whetstone. 2 armor penetrated by attacks for 300 seconds, and also armor protection. Furthermore, I want you.
You didn't see nothing.
Right.
Both stealthing. Desiccated corpses line the road to victory in Vendrian's Wall. Example of the fate that awaits those who resist Kyros' will. Actually, no, I'm not going to stealth.
Right.
I'm hoping that athletics increases my movement speed. The ancient Weeping Mother statue pays homage to the Queen of Lysarius, first of a name. Fresh water once flowed from the statue, but when Kyros' forces attacked Vendrian's Well in 429, the statue began weeping blood and has done so ever since.
Sorry,
there's another
I can't.
climbing thing. Climb rope. An old rope has been coiled around this rock, weathered from long use. Use the rope to scale the rocky edge, 28 athletics, or jump down. Throw caution to the wind, and jump down, gain a wound.
You learn something every day.
I think I just leveled up. I did! Marvellous. +1 resolve. And a topaz. This memorial has been left to weather the elements for many months and fallen into disrepair. Resting at the top of the memorial is a small weather-beaten enclosure with a rusted torque inside. Examine the torque, take a better look, or take it. You recognise the corroded bronze torque as a relic of Tiersman folklore. I'm going to have a look first. The torque possesses a number of small grooves and otherwise appears fairly ordinary. +1 vitality. Yoink. Actually, no, she probably needs vitality more than I do, because she's a bit squishy. Did we find anything else that we want to use? I mean, we have the whetstone, which she could take, just in case. Alright, let's head back. I'm glad I did that. I'm going to assume there's no way up there. No. I don't like how the map disappears like that. I'm going to keep on pressing that. Can I make it so the map doesn't disappear? Oh, I see, it's whichever is active. Ah. That's the world map, I would assume. Is there really no way of just selecting the sodding map? Because I'd quite like to see both. I'd like the map when I need the map, and then I'd like the combat log when I'm actually fighting stuff, so I can see how my weapons are doing. Doesn't look like it's possible. Area map, there it is. Open the area map window. Yes. And then we'll make the maximize log size to be... that's just toggling visibility. No, we're going to make... dot. Like so. So we can do M. Oh, that just flips between them. It's not quite what I wanted. It'll do, but it's not what I wanted. No. Previous setting was better. Oops, wrong button. Oops, save. So it's M to enlarge, and then if I want to switch between them, it's... No, that's not switching. That's switching. Where's the area map toggle? That's the one that's supposed to be M. Nope, still doesn't work. Hey, tactical shock again. Oh man, it's getting hot in this room. I'm currently trying to sort out why I can't just select the whole map at once. I just want the map to appear as a full screen thing, but it doesn't look like it's possible. Because I have it selected to area map. Open the area map window, it's M. That should be working. But it's not. It's just toggling between them. So let's... yeah, cancel, we're going to get rid of that. Fine, maximize log size. BM. I just had to remember to hold it down. You must gather your party before venturing forth. I have. We're here. Hello. Ah. Right. Disfavored camp. Will take you 2 hours 45 minutes to complete your journey. Accept. Just started. Yes, I did just start. Should you start punning your way into the stream? There will be a punishment if you do.